I just checked out for $105. I got 20 pounds of potatoes, different milks, oranges, dates, beans, a cantaloupe, which is out of season, but my daughter really wanted it. Baby tomatoes, 2 bunches of bananas, 3 packages of tofu, fresh and frozen broccoli, edamame, onions, some orange juice, peas in the pod, which are also expensive, but my daughter really wanted them. Big apples, little apples, cauliflower. Anyway, lots of things, tortillas, rice, 3 kinds of beans, mandarin oranges, 3 pomegranates, and yeah, $105. That's about normal for me. So I'm at Winco once again, and this is what I got. I spent $94.84. Got a lot of fruit today, lots of grapes, pomegranates, pears, oranges, onions, bananas, apples, pinto beans, cucumbers, and tortillas, mushrooms, avocados, some spices, tissues, plastic wrap. Yeah, normal day. You know what's always really sad to me? When people say they can't afford to eat vegan or they can't afford to eat plant-based, because it is one of the biggest benefits of eating this way is it's easier on your wallet. It's better for the planet, it's better for your body, and it's also better for your wallet. I go into that a bit in my book, Plant-Based Cooking for Kids, to teach kids some of the benefits of eating this way. The diet with the most nutrition is a whole food plant-based diet, and the staples of that diet are the cheapest healthy foods. Potatoes, rice, beans, oats, bananas. They're the most affordable whole foods that you can buy. People say I can't afford a vegan diet because they don't want to spend $7 on a tiny bag of vegan cheese or pay an extra fee for an Impossible burger when they could get a regular burger for less. Of course you wouldn't want to eat vegan with that way of thinking. However, those processed foods aren't health foods that anyone should be buying anyway. Sorry, Impossible Burger. Whole plant foods cost even less than mainstream animal products. Black beans cost less than beef. Tofu costs less than eggs. No cheese costs a lot less than buying cheese. Chickpeas will forever cost less than chicken. In short, is eating healthy more expensive than junk food? Of course. Is it going to pay off in the long run? Definite yes. And if you want to eat super healthy, what's the cheapest way to do it? Whole food, plant-based, baby. So here are 10 tips of how to buy a lot of food with a little bit of money. 1, buy just ingredients. Buy single ingredient foods like chickpeas. Buying packaged and prepared foods is what will cost you, like salad kits and frozen meals. So make the cheapest health foods your staples. On a list of the cheapest foods, most of them are whole plant foods. Just Google it, cheapest groceries. Some of them that are listed are bananas, cabbage, lentils, potatoes, cucumbers, onions, beans, popcorn, apples, pasta, and spices. So plan meals around those foods. Number 2. Cook at home. The trick is to use those ingredients. That's why you follow me, right? For recipes that use those staple, cheap, healthy ingredients. Almost all my recipes use those ingredients. Now just make time to cook and avoid going out to eat as much as possible to save money on food. Number 3, batch prep. You will not want to cook every single meal of every day. You need to be prepared for times when you don't want to cook by having something easy in the freezer you can pull out. So set aside time to make extra food. Sometimes I do that after my kids have even gone to bed. It's hard work, but it's worth it. Make double whenever you're making a meal. Make extra soup and freeze half of it. It can be that easy. Even just having some cooked components of a meal in the freezer can be a big help, like some cooked rice you can thaw, some cooked beans you can thaw. It makes cooking feel a lot less daunting. Number 4, cook from scratch, especially make snacks from scratch. Avoid granola bars and crackers and packaged snack food. You can make a whole pan of homemade granola for the price of 1 small box, or a whole batch of muffins for the cost of 1 bakery muffin. You can make a whole pitcher of juice from concentrate for the cost of 1 bottle of prepared juice. Not that muffins or juice are whole foods, but you get the idea. Plus, you can control the ingredients if you make it at home. If you do have packaged snacks, because they can be convenient and there are some healthy-ish options out there, make this your rule. If it has a wrapper, don't eat it at home. Save those convenient packaged snacks for outings and make them special to make them stretch. You can eat a cheaper snack at home like an apple or a baked potato or something. Number 5, don't stress about protein. Stressing about protein will lead you to buying protein powders and faux meats and protein bars or eggs because you'll feel like they're really necessary, but they are not necessary, and you're probably getting enough protein and don't need to worry about it. If you were a junk food vegan eating a lot of white flour and oil and chips and stuff, you might be lacking, but if you're eating whole grains, nuts, beans, vegetables, you're fine. You're fine. 6, meal plan. And you probably already know you should be doing this, but you'll be amazed at how short your grocery list will be when you actually plan out your meals. I grocery shop only once a week and never more than that. It feels really good to eat all the food in my fridge before shopping again and having no waste. Number 7, don't fear frozen. I get frozen berries, frozen broccoli, etc. at every shopping trip. They are often picked at the peak of ripeness and have even more nutrition than berries or broccoli that has been sitting on the shelf or on a truck for ages. Frozen processed food like frozen burritos can cost quite a bit, and they're often not even the healthiest, even if they're vegan. So try to make your own frozen burritos and own homemade frozen convenience foods, but don't fear frozen produce. Number 8, try to shop alone. When I go with my husband or kids, they say, I want that, I want that, I want that. And sometimes I cave, like I bought a $7 bag of pistachios because they were begging me for it. So try to shop alone. Number 9, don't fret organic. I know this is controversial and there's a lot of elements to it, but if you are on a really low budget, you need quantity of that produce, the fiber and vitamins and all of that. So I don't stress organic for a lot of things. If you're on a low budget and you have to decide between 2 organic apples or 12 conventional apples, get the 12. Now for some practical tips. I try to plan out our meals. I have this weekly meal plan template. The link is below for free on my website. You can download it, print a bunch, or laminate one to use every week, and just plan your breakfast, lunch, dinner. Then you only have to think about what you'll be eating one time instead of thinking of it several times a day all throughout the week. Once you have your meal plan all filled out, you can make a list. Never go to the store without a list. I'm sure you know that. You just only buy what's on your list. Some things that I always buy are 20 pounds of potatoes. We love potatoes and they're very cheap, very filling. I also always buy 3 to 4 bunches of bananas, and I always buy a bag of apples. There are just some staples that I always get. It kind of makes it a little easier. I personally shop at Winco, which is a major chain of grocery stores in my area, and I'll go to Costco to get more bulk items like 1 or 2 times a month. These are some of the things I buy at Costco: frozen peas, power greens that I put right into the freezer for green smoothies, organic frozen berries, organic white corn, and organic dark sweet cherries. This makes the most delicious ice cream. My list in hand, I grab my reusable produce bags and my grocery bags, and I go to the store. One pain point, especially for families with kids, is snacks, because when you're on the go, you kind of need to have snacks in the car and stuff, and they can get really expensive. So I have a PDF. If you enter your email address at the link below, I'll send you this free PDF of cheap snack ideas. A lot of them are homemade that you can batch prep and keep on hand, so you can just grab a healthy snack from the freezer on your way out or from the pantry. I'm sure you're wondering, how much do you spend on food, Faith? Well, gone are the days when I used to spend $40 a week for me and my husband. That was our budget when we first got married, and I was really good at keeping that. But food has gotten more expensive, and now we have 3 kids, and now I spend between like $70 and $100 at the store every week, and then about $100 to $200 at Costco every month, for a total of like $500 to $600 a month. That includes extra food for storing, like for keeping my pantry stocked and for food storage. So we're not eating all of that in a month. And that also does not include going out to eat, but we really only do that like once or twice a month, usually on a date, not with our kids, so it's just a small amount. Thank you for watching. If this has been helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button below and subscribe. I know that nuts and seeds and dates and fruits and vegetables and cooking from scratch and all of that can seem like a lot. And buying ramen or processed, quick, cheap food can probably seem like the better option sometimes. But never forget that when you are buying groceries, you are buying so much more than just calories to feed your family that day, that week. You are nourishing every cell of their body today and for the future. You're preventing mental decline, chronic disease. So many things are going on when you put food in your mouth. You are worth that return on investment you will get as you pay at the grocery store week after week. Keep on making your grocery list, keep on meal planning, keep cooking.